Welcome to the Forever Better Academy podcast, where you will be given the principles, tools, and techniques to reach the next stage on your journey of self-mastery. Who could you become? I'm your host, Wade Vincent.
Teach the man to fish, for the greatest gift you can give someone is self-belief. My name is Wade Vincent. Thank you guys for being here once again on the Forever Better Academy podcast. Today we are talking about empowering others. Now, many of you may have heard the saying that I've opened the podcast with today, feed a man to fish, feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime, right? So I think something that has been a wonderful experience that I have from the mentors that have helped me in my life thus far is really the lesson about drawing out one's true potential, right? And all of us have the ability to do that for others. So we're going to talk through that today a little bit, and hopefully you guys enjoy the content. So before we get started, if you are on YouTube, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you're listening to the podcast, thank you. Please subscribe so you don't miss any other episodes. Every Friday we have new episodes come out. Now, drawing one's true potential out of them is something that I think we should all aspire to do. I know myself as a parent of two young boys, I'm constantly struggling with, am I doing the best for my sons? Can I help them to be the fullest and richest and most well-rounded version of themselves that they can be? And every parent listening to this knows that that's a challenge we all go through and spend multiple decades in trying to do. So it's really about, I think, as I say, leaning back to the mentors that have helped me on my journey, understanding that you can have the most amazing capabilities and skill sets and talent, and you may be amazing at teaching others how to do the things that you've done, but it is a very big difference between telling them how to do something and giving them the steps and bringing the belief out of them in their own ability, making them understand what they truly can achieve, what they are capable of, rather than just giving them the recipe, if you will. Now, this is why ultimately the Forever Better Academy podcast exists, is because I want to share these tools, these techniques, the principles, the things that have been bestowed upon me and have helped me to realize what I'm capable of, because I want to share that with you guys and give you the same belief and support and understanding of what you're truly capable of, and each and every one of us is capable of, right? Now, part of the challenge in doing that is that I feel almost the default is that people don't believe in themselves. Like there's most certainly a handful of people that do, but I would say it feels like the norm is that a lot of people have this self-doubt, right? Now, and I think a really nice saying that demonstrates that well is competence breeds confidence, right? Now, the way that I interpret that and understand it is, when we know we can do something, we're confident about it because we believe in ourselves, It's almost the opposite of the whole fake it till you make it thing, right? Like that it's never really sat well with me. Like, don't fake it. Go and learn the skill and build up and earn it and deserve it, right? Fake it is like facade, right? And that's why it's very hollow and it doesn't get you anywhere ultimately. You have confidence when you know you're good at something. We all do, right? You think about something now in your life that you feel great about doing because you know you're good at it, right? And you're just like, yeah, I'm really good at it. It might be, I'm an excellent cook, I make the best meals at home, or, I've been playing guitar for years and I love it and I feel good and I know it and people enjoy when I play. But then think back. When you started those things, you probably felt uncomfortable, right? You feel a little awkward, not knowing how to combine the ingredients or not knowing how to play the chords on the guitar, and you feel like clumsy almost, and you don't feel confident when you begin. I mean, some of us, I know when I started, I had far more confidence than I probably deserved to have given my abilities, right? But, sometimes it helps, right? And when you're starting out, and it is everything, when you want to learn a new skill or master something or a new craft or become a master of whatever it is that you enjoy doing, it starts with generally the thought of, I would like to do this, or I'd love to do this. I don't know where to begin. Am I good enough to do this? Could I do this? And as I say, there's really that element of the self-doubt where when empowering someone, a big portion of that is really the challenge of getting them to believe in themselves, right? And as I say at the top of the podcast, that's the greatest gift you can give someone, right? And the true way to empower someone is by giving them that self-belief. For once you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable, right? When you really believe and you feel it in every ounce of your being, inside your bones, and you just know, and you have that built up passion and energy and confidence because of your competence, you become unstoppable, right? I know these are the things that have made me excel in the chosen craft and the career that I have taken on board, because I remain humble to begin with, and the confidence builds, but humble in the sense of knowing that you don't know it all and being open to learning and improving. And when you do that work and you get better at it and you feel great about it, your confidence grows, your ability grows, and you're empowered, right? My mentor right now most certainly does this. I know there's times where I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm willing. That's the difference, right? Like, even if I feel awkward or uncomfortable or not certain of my ability, I'm certain of my desire and my want to improve. And I can only do that by attempting and applying myself without fear, right? And I know I make mistakes, but I learn through mistakes. We all do. And when I'm not shut down, he does an excellent job of this, right? He really gives you challenges and questions and thoughts and helps draw it out of you. I mean, he could absolutely tell me how to do things, but it doesn't stick. It doesn't really become part of my ability, because it's not, then it doesn't become me developing it, right? The real key in how he has empowered me has been drawing it out of me, so it's not just something he's tried to add to me. It's been something that he's brought up from inside me, right? And that's how it becomes fuller and richer and more vibrant, because you're not just trying to add to who you are. You're developing what you already possess. All right? Now, as I say, it's hard to sometimes convince people of what they're truly capable of, and that's what it's about. That's the challenge. That's how we face the opportunity to empower others, by helping build their belief in themselves. And on the flip side of that, the other challenge, right, is, and I know this was the case for me in the early days, wanting to do something like this and share these lessons and try to provide something valuable that will change and impact the lives of others, is I don't have anything to offer. Like, that was literally the first thought that I had. Again, right, to hark back to that self-doubt. How am I meant to empower others if I didn't believe in myself? Right? We have to live it and breathe it and feel it, and then we can show others because we have gone through it, we've experienced it, and we can share that. And you know, you're first starting out, and maybe you want to be a consultant to others, or you want to teach a class or a course on something that you've spent years mastering, and you think, why would anyone listen to me? Why do I have the arrogance to think that I'm good enough? But you've got to kill those thoughts and those negative conversations that you have in your mind, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else can believe in you. And if you can't have people believe in you, how are you going to make them believe in themselves? Right? It rubs off, you know, like when you see someone who has that utmost belief because they've done the work and they've earned it. Right? It's wonderful to see that, right? To appreciate the work and the mastery that person has spent honing their craft, and the blessing that they're prepared to share that with you. It's wonderful. And that's why I talk to about remaining humble and thankful and appreciative, because there's always more to learn. Right? We never know it all. Like, how wonderful life can be, knowing that there's always more ahead of us should we choose to pursue it, right? Now, we have to believe in the best of our own abilities. It's the only way that we can help to bring that out of others, right? You know, you ever heard, I mean, I'm sure you've heard the saying, lead by example. Right? And this is exactly what it talks to. It's easy to tell someone the way to do things, but it's far greater the way that you know, your mentee or the people that you're trying to assist absorb it when they see it. It's truly who you are and what you're made of. Right? Now, the most beautiful thing that struck me when thinking through all of this to share with you guys today, right, is really, it doesn't begin with the ability, right? Like, you know, when I say we're there and we're doubting ourselves and we're not sure if we're capable, or maybe we're not good enough, and you know, you're empowering that person, as I say, by giving them the self-belief. The beautiful thing that occurred to me, that it struck me, right, like a bolt of lightning, is the belief is enough to create the ability, right? The belief is what creates the ability. It's where it stems from, right? You can't have the ability without the belief. Right? It doesn't start the other way around. You don't have this amazing talent that you just sort of, it was lying dormant in you and you didn't know, and then someone all of a sudden showed you. It starts like again, like I say, to go back to the guitar example. You don't, you know, just pick up the guitar and someone's convinced you that you can do it and then suddenly you're Jimi Hendrix. It doesn't work like that. But the belief that you could play like Hendrix, the belief that you could play like you, right? No one else can do it like you. And when you own that and it becomes the essence of who you are, and that belief becomes the ability, then you're empowered, right? And it's the coolest thing, like going through this and experiencing this and having someone share this with me and allowing me to learn it on my own, in the sense that it clicks to me. Not learning on my own like I don't have support, but learning the only way to truly grasp it and realize it and it become part of your truth that you can then share with others is it has to be realized by ourselves. There's no other way, right? You know, when we have the epiphany and it all makes sense, and you can probably talk to points in your life now where you can have those milestones where you speak of your life before that moment and your life after that moment, because it's such a powerful thing when it occurs. It's a level up, a stepping stone, a milestone, a change, something impactful that is shaped you, right? Now, the challenge here, as I say, is doing this well is not the easiest thing to do, right? Sometimes it feels like the right thing is to, you know, the person, as I say, is learning to fish. Sometimes it feels like it's easy to give them the fish because, you know, we do want to help each other. We want to help solve the problems, but solving problems for others isn't sustainable. Teaching them how to solve their own problems is, right? So rather than giving the hungry man the fish, you give them the rod, right? Give them the tools, and you watch the change and impact this makes in somebody's life, right? When you give them that the ability to empower themselves, no one can ever take that away from them, right? The ultimate gift you can give someone. It's the most beautiful thing when you give someone the self-belief and the ability for them to feel and be empowered and self-actualized. It can never be taken away from them. Now, the challenge, and this is something that has taken me almost 40 years to get to in my understanding now, what I know and where I am at this moment in my life and on my journey, is you must be ready. You cannot, I know I like to use the sayings, but to use another saying, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? Or another one that I think is really lovely way to articulate it is when the student is ready, the master will appear, right? Now, for all the wanting and trying, and you may be someone who is exceptional at helping and empowering other people, but if that person isn't ready yet, no amount of trying is going to change that. And that's okay, because it can't get the true value. They cannot receive the love and the lessons and the true value that comes from what the master is sharing with the student if the student isn't ready for the lessons, right? So if you're in that position where you are able to help and empower other people, give them the opportunity to be ready, right? You don't want to, I know it's easy to get excited and know like you have these things to share and offer and give to people that will change their life. But if they're not ready, it's actually doing them a disservice. It's not fair to sort of put that on them when they're not ready to receive it, right? Now, the wonder that I have seen and experienced that comes from this is the more empowered people there are, the more people become empowered. It's almost like exponential, right? I've seen it, and from my experience where I have been in situations where I feel lost and hopeless and there is no way forward. And I took ownership and responsibility of where I was at and did what I could to improve my mindset, my approach, my abilities. And that took me from the situation I was in into the room where those mentors were that were ready to help empower people. They saw that I was ready to be empowered because I had come into the room saying, I'm here, I'm open-minded, I want to learn, I'm ready. And that was when it all started for me. When it truly changed was when I did the work to get myself in the right rooms around the right people, and people will notice you. I promise you this. If you're in a position now where you know you want help and you want to improve, and you're watching this or listening to this because you're trying to get better and become the best version of yourself, you've got to keep going and do that work. And I promise you, if you take action and you're walking the path, you will encounter the people that will help boost that momentum, and you'll go even faster than you imagined when you get to those points. But don't feel disheartened if the teacher isn't there yet. It just means you're not ready. I promise they'll appear when the timing is right. Okay, and you'll see, right? It's a wonderful part of the journey. Now, when you have been blessed to experience and have someone who helps draw the best out of you and brings it out of you, you really understand the gift that they have given you, right? To let you be responsible and empowered for your own destiny and your own success and where you want to go in your life. You feel this obligation and sense of responsibility to share that with others. And that's key. And one thing that I've noticed from every mentor that I have ever had is that someone has done the same for them before, and they are passing it forward because they were lucky enough to experience it and they appreciate what was given to them, so they don't keep it to themselves, right? They share it and they pass it on to the next person. And that's the true wonder of empowering others, is knowing that it just continues and perpetuates. And then those people, once they're empowered and they have that ability within themselves, they can also do that for others. And it's a life in service of others is a life well lived. And to date, I haven't found anything more fulfilling in my life, right? If you're looking to try and understand what's the thing that gives your life a sense of purpose, and you don't know where to start or where to begin, and I promise this will lead you further down the right path, go and help other people and be in service of those people, right? And doing that is also building on you empowering yourself, right? One of the mentors that I'm speaking of used to talk about no matter where you are, you have someone that you can reach up towards that will help you and empower you to rise up and become a better version of yourself. But we also have a duty to reach down to those people that are trying to level up to where we are and help empower them and bring them up, right? There's always people above and below, and we can look for that support and help above, but we must never forget to offer that support and bring those people up with us, right? Now, this has been an important one, I feel, today, and I really hope that this resonates with you guys, because I know this has been one of the ultimate game changer catalysts that has driven me forward, and I'm forever grateful to the people that have thought highly enough of me, or even that have shared some of their time and wisdom and thoughtfulness with me to empower me and give me the tools I need. And I'm very much trying to share them out with each one of you in the hopes that you go forward and spread that to other people so they can feel the same way. All right, guys, I'm very grateful for each and every one of you that is here with me. Thank you so much. Once again, my name is Wade Vincent, and I will catch you next Friday on Forever Better Academy podcast. Thanks, guys.